Hello, my name is Gavin Jones, the creator of Realms Asunder. In the coming campaign, we will be playtesting some of the abilities that we'll be using. So some things may feel underpowered or overpowered. We are aware of that and we're working on it. We're also going to probably be covering some darker themes for a more mature audience, so be warned of that ahead of time. I hope you enjoy Realms Asunder, The Threads of Destiny.
My stories are catalogued within these pages of my journal. Eons ago, I was tasked with recording the events that occurred as I travelled across the many worlds and realms. Throughout the ages, I've seen heroes rise, warlords conquer, and kingdoms fade into mere legend. I've witnessed gods play games with mortals, using them as pawns for their own pleasure, enjoyment, for what they deem as a higher purpose. Threats larger than comprehension loom within the realms. One tale emerges from the annals of time, a story of unlikely heroes connected by the threads of destiny. I hope you will find as much enjoyment in their tale as I. Yours, Zerzio Reni.
Well, my immersion's broken already.
And we're back. Welcome to your favorite crew playing your favorite game.
I think I might just have to leave this in the episode.
Oh.
All right, we're back with episode 13. Let's see. Last time, you guys had kind of a slightly easier session last time. You all kind of just explored town, drank, and carried Nick's body through the woods.
I rolled
As
a
you guys-
-1.
Oh yeah, you did roll a -1 last time.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
No.
You guys made your way into the Silent Forest, heading towards the Blighted Grove. You had to pass through the Valley of Souls?
Valley of Lost Souls.
Valley of Lost Souls. Thank you for
Oh,
having
yeah.
the
What
notes.
did-
Wow, whose game is this?
Listen here, okay? I have a lot of notes I'm going through. So you guys made it to the Blighted Grove last time, and the last thing you saw was this giant tree man roaring
Tree beard.
and coming towards you. So that's where we're picking up. Who's doing what?
Are we rolling initiative? Are we attacking? What's happening?
I guess
No,
that's
it
what we
seems
do.
like a nice guy, yeah.
I'm pushing Eldoran first.
Yeah.
He's the one that
Smart.
knows about this.
I also push him.
Okay, so
I'm gonna trip him too.
shoving Eldoran forward. All right.
Okay.
Eldoran, you are shoved a good 5 feet into the clearing.
I choose you, Eldoran.
I step backwards.
I'm going to bring up my symbol of Shavara and say, "Stop, we're friends."
Okay. All
We
right.
come in peace.
So you are cowering with your symbol of Shavara, and
Basically.
it's standing over you, and the shadows like hit over top of you and kind of put you all into this darkness as it just glowers over you.
Yikes.
Leave, mortals. Your kind is no longer welcome in my grove.
And why is that?
He looks back to the side. This is what happens when your kind finds our sacred places.
all this devastation was because of... I have the note. I have the note. Was it because of Hermit Spitswallow and that dwarf?
Huh?
Who?
Holiday
Nothing.
Goody Woody.
This is-
Swallow.
This
Yeah, that's right.
That's
What?
the name! Spitwallow, that's the name.
this was done.
Are you reading another tab that's open right now?
What happens when you don't swallow?
This is what happens when we start a session and everyone's giggly.
Yeah.
Continue.
It's perfect.
This was done by one who sought power.
Well, we don't seek any power. I am
We
but
just
a
seek
wee
to heal our
woman.
friend. Well,
Yes.
revive.
All our friends are dead. Push me to the edge. We need your help. Can I offer him my chocolate milk as a peace offering?
It is staggeringly impressive because it's like 3 times the height of Eldoran. It's about like 10 times the height of Ellie. Maybe 5 is probably more close to accurate. So you were just like neck craned looking straight up at it. It does not seem impressed by your chocolate milk.
Pour the chocolate milk on his roots.
What can we do to prove to you?
Unless you...
Eldoran's gonna motion for Aralea to...
Yeah. I'll pull out the jar with the seed.
The sea.
Would this be of any assistance?
It takes one knee in front of you and reaches its hand out for the jar. Are you going to let it take it?
Gotta help us first.
You can see bringing this out as the seed pulses has almost brought this tree creature. This visible emotional effect. I didn't think any of the little ones survived.
What is it?
It's his baby.
It's a angel oak seed. It's the there's trees of the cosmos, specifically blessed by Shavara.
Trees of the cosmos.
These are at the
Sounds
heart of all of our sacred groves. It's what brings them life and power.
What happened to the angel oak for this grove?
You kind of look around, and you notice that a lot of the there seems to be it seems to be cleared out more than anything. This circular area, which likely once held trees, and you can kind of see where trees would likely have been stood, but there's no sign of them other than, after this time, it wouldn't even be really disturbed anymore. It just would look like a tree would have rooted in that place, but everything is completely gone. With this, we could heal this grove.
If we healed the grove, would the waters of life return?
You may come in. And he starts to walk back a little bit, kind of turning back to you as you guys kind of move. Are you guys following him into the grove, to the clearing?
Eldoran is, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Most
drag
likely.
Nix's body by the legs.
Oh God.
I got a foot.
I could, together maybe, we could restore the waters. The tree itself, over time, as long as it was cultivated well, would cleanse this place. But I might have a way to do it quicker with help.
whatever assistance I could provide.
It is dangerous.
That hasn't
Yeah, he'll
stopped
do
us
it.
before.
Danger, what's up? We don't know her. She's nothing.
That was loud.
By planting the seed, the corruption will likely try to attack it. I can put you all into a deep sleep that you could protect it and fight the corruption directly.
While asleep?
But yes,
You guys
it's
seen the movie? Called The Matrix.
Okay.
it's
What?
would essentially be you taking part of the corruption into your body. So there is a chance for it to affect you directly. It is, and he kind of looks down at himself, and you can kind of see, while the bark is still strong in places, there are spots of like pitch black that looks like almost like a fungus or a moss, and it looks like rotten wood. I
prefer
tried.
not to be rotting.
I tried once, but I alone cannot do this.
Okay. Can you like put some protection spell on us? Cover us in antifungal cream? Anything to help?
Make a persuasion check for me.
What? Oh, why do I have to persuade? We're giving homie a nice seed. But sure.
Guys,
I
we
will-
should have a
'Cause
gender
I
reveal
don't-
party for it.
Partially because I don't. Partially because I don't know if he does or not.
Oh.
We caught the whole forest on fire, and it's cursed.
Oh, it's a one. So, you know. Fungus for all. I just start growing fungus for no reason.
You will have to do this without protection. It's the only way to fight it, and he kind of looks down at the body that you guys have, Nick's body that you've moved into the clearing, and the only way that the waters would potentially be restored fast enough to be used.
Well,
If you would like to discuss, I will give you some privacy. He kind of heads over to some of the other tree lines and kind of is looking through the forest.
First and foremost, I didn't expect him to actually speak.
It's pretty creepy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little wild.
can we trust a talking tree?
I don't know. How many talking trees have you come across?
0. That's why I
Oh.
don't trust him.
I don't think he's lying.
I mean, more
But-
trustworthy
Intent check.
than some people that I've met.
But it's up to you whether you guys would want to risk yourselves for this. I'm going in.
How are we gonna fight when we're asleep?
I don't know.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Good enough for me.
Only one way to find out.
Well, I could use some sleep, to be honest. I'm pretty tired.
It's gonna be that kind of sleep.
Oh, well, then why are we doing this? All right, we gotta get Nick back. Okay, guys, it's for the greater
That's
good.
why we're doing it. There you go.
Big LD. Have you ever heard of anything like this?
Have I?
Make a religion check for me.
Your sleep.
Okay, it's a religion check.
Yep.
12.
That's including your knowledge bonus
Oh, that's a clean knowledge bonus?
and
Oh,
your
no, that's-
religious bonus. That's a +9.
Yeah, it's a +9, so 19.
Oh,
That's much better.
that'd be 21.
That's much better.
You know, you don't know about this specific ritual, but you do know that many religions use a trance-like state to combat inner turmoil, to reach religious enlightenment. So you imagine it would be somehow related to this. Essentially, there is no... There is rumors that some have made it to a land of dreams where things are a little bit more controlled. Not like traditional dreams, but more of like a realm. While they sleep or meditate, but it's not common in most religions.
Would his real roll of 21 do any more?
No, it was.
You said
that
12
was a
plus 9.
No, it was 12 with the religion bonus. I didn't add my knowledge bonus.
Yeah, so it's 19. It's so. I mean, that's. You would understand that it's a dream-like state. It's a state of meditation where you are basically taking in a physical part of this, some magical element, and combating it with essentially your spirit.
So I will relay that.
Wow, excellent. Wow.
Oh yes.
Oh, the classic meditation. We got it.
So, I don't think it would be in the physical sense.
Okay. What if he just feeds us to the trees?
What?
While we're dead. Flash asleep.
Well,
Well,
We'd be kind of fucked then, wouldn't we?
guess we wouldn't have to worry about Nick then.
that's true.
Is Ghost scared of trees? I like poke Ghost. You're looking a little white there, sir.
Would you like the new light or something? You're muted.
No, I don't think he's muted.
I'm not. Okay.
Just not reacting. It's fair.
That's why
Alright.
he wears a mask. He fell out of a tree when he was a kid, hit his jaw. He's terrified of trees now.
Oh.
So we doing this then? Oh.
That's me.
Yeah, I'll be going with it.
Sure. God, Nicholas gonna owe us when we get him back. If we get him back.
Guess we'll find out.
Like, he's gonna have to do all of our chores for us. Like, grocery runs. Like, if there's something valuable at the bottom of a pile of shit, he's gotta get it.
So,
Alright.
Like, whose
Have
fault is
you-
that he died in the first place?
I think mostly his own. Let's be.
I don't know, who did he jump in front of to block?
Yeah, old Doran.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
The guy who
Alright.
wasn't even fucking here for it.
So, have you made a decision?
Sing us a lullaby, Mr. Tree.
I
think we're
will
going in.
need the seed first.
Okay, but you're not no funny business.
I don't.
Tell us a joke.
I don't think he knows how to do that.
No, funny. What's? Never mind.
I was hoping for a bark.
So, are you gonna hand over the seed?
Yeah.
Okay. So, he takes it. Are you giving him the whole jar too?
I'll open the jar and let
Okay.
him reach his little tree hand.
Yeah.
in
Well,
there.
his tree hand is like really big, so he reaches down, but you see little roots come off of like his fingertips and reach down and pick up
Oh,
the
that's
seed.
cool as shit.
and grab it. And he goes over to what looks like was once like a spot really close to this like putrid looking pond, and starts to kind of like open up the ground a little bit with its hands and plants the seed and then covers it with dirt. Let me go ahead and make a good old spell check. Nice. You watch as it moves its hand kind of around. Drops of water start to kind of drip from its hand. And you see like this green, bright, like life green aura kind of emanate from its hand. And the tree begins, you see just like the beginnings of a sprout of a tree. Now, I will need each of you to take a place around the tree.
Like in a circle?
Yes, in a circle.
And hold hands?
You don't have to. You don't have to hold hands. You just need to lay near the tree.
Allie grabs a hand each person beside her.
The corruption will start to
Ghost.
start to try to destroy this tree soon.
I think if we hold hands, it'll be better.
I grab Ghost's hand.
So you guys lay. You
I
guys
reach for it.
You guys lay down. Ghost, you let him grab your hand.
No.
We all grab hands.
I'm pissed. I go after him.
So it starts to move its hand, kind of. It's standing like over top of you, and its hand is over, like reaching over all of your heads, basically.
We consented. Yes, we consented.
You
Sign the paper.
You start to see almost this like sparkling like galaxy effect happen in its palm of its hand within this green life energy. And as you stare, you all start to kind of drift off to sleep. Now I have an important question for all of you. I'm going to start with Ghost. Ghost, are you choosing to do this of your own free will? Yes or no?
Tricky question.
Yes or no? Do you, Ghost, want this to work? Want this to happen? Are you
indifferent?
Are you willingly consenting to this?
God damn, is this a marriage?
Yeah, it's a yes. It's a yes. It's a yes or no. You can say yes or no.
But let's make this interesting. No.
Okay. Roy,
Maybe.
yes or no?
Yeah, I know he would be. Yeah.
Aralea,
Yes.
Ellie,
Sure.
Eldoran.
Yes.
Okay. You all start to drift into a dreamlike state of kind of like this blank void. You don't see anyone else besides yourself. Let's start off with Eldoran. Eldoran, you see yourself in this mountainous area with snow. It's very familiar to you. You grew up here in your childhood. No one seems to be around. It's just peaceful. Snow is falling. You can hear the wind kind of rustle its way through the peaks. You feel a hand touch your shoulder, and you turn back, and you see this almost gentlemanly face kind of come next to you. A pleasure. I'm surprised to see another person here. It's been quite lonely for quite some time.
What? What are you? Sorry.
What?
What? What are
Stick
you?
with it. Stick with it.
What are you doing up here? Why are you here?
Oh, I have been here for quite some time. You're fresh, though. What are you doing here?
I'm from here. I think.
Interesting. It has a peaceful serenity to it, doesn't it?
in places.
I can see there's some trouble in you. Something with your past. Parents? Trouble with your parents? I apologize if I'm being too forward, but I tend to see things that others don't.
Yeah, you're asking a lot of personal questions already. No, I guess family in a way.
I don't mean to pry, but I feel like you have questions. I do, as part of my service and time here, I do give answers, and I know you're confused with your past, your upbringing, your parents, the cult. Do you want to know why? There's something off with you. I can give you the answers if you would like.
I would truly enjoy those answers, I'm sure.
So,
But
do you accept that would you like to accept the answers from me?
yes.
Okay. We'll get back to you. Okay. Let's go to Aralea next. Aralea, you find yourself on a temperate climate field, kind of farmland around you. And there's a house off in the distance from you. A house you left, 18 years now you've been gone? You know who lived inside when you left, but for some reason you can't seem to will yourself up the drive to this house. And you feel someone behind you, and you turn immediately. This older man stands behind you, kind of like pepper gray hair. It's got a little bit of black still in it. He's walking with a stick, robes of darker colors, not just black, but dark blues and other dark colors kind of imbued into his robes. I feel like you don't really want to be here. You're muted.
I'm not.
Oh, you're just shaking your head.
I said not like this, no.
Yes, I can see. Here. If you don't mind, may I touch you? Just your shoulder.
Do I recognize this name?
You don't recognize him at all.
Right.
It's much easier to demonstrate if I can show you rather than having to explain myself.
Okay.
So he just like gently taps your shoulder, and you see this red line like pull out from like your heart, and it is shot off into the distance where you can't see. Ah, I see this right here. And he kind of like picks it up like a thread tied to you. This is the problem. That's an oath thread, my dear, and I don't think you particularly want it. If you want, I can cut it for you. Sever the oath. You don't have to follow it anymore.
What's it cost to do something like that?
I just need you to accept my offer. There are other things I will be offering as well, but I felt like this would be a good first, if you would like it. You'd be free to go wherever you want. Do whichever you want.
No.
No, you don't want that? You don't accept that then? We'll get back to you, Aralea. Let's go to...
Never take candy from a stranger.
Let's go to Ellie. Ellie,
Si, senor.
you're standing inside of a stronghold, but there are no people here. You recognize the flame... What is it? Wow. I can't believe I don't have this yet. I think it's up here.
What?
Somewhere. Flameweaver's Sanctum. I can't believe that took me so long to think of. You can see the many layers of different bridges crossing over chasms and different shops, but no people move. It seems like there's just like a complete... You've never ever seen this space without people constantly moving around, even in the dead of night.
Okay.
You also see this older gentleman character stand near you. You have some questions. And you have some desires, I can see. Things you want to know. Things you want to see. Adventure. I have something that might interest you. There is a place...
Wait. Who are you? Sorry. I'm sorry. Who are you?
Oh, I'm just a traveler who has existed here for far too long. I've seen quite a few things, and I tend to not get to meet very many people, so I like to help them out when I can.
Okay. I mean, I'm doing okay.
Okay. You sure? I have something, and he kind of like waves his hand, and you see you're brought immediately, like, not shifted there, but like almost like the scene just snap changes, and you see just the inside of this immaculate workshop. Pieces of machinery and things that you've never seen before are in front of you. I happen to know of a place that might interest you in particular. It's I believe you have some relation to the Noik, I believe. One of his pupils made this workshop. The Metalmancer's Workshop is what it's called. I can show you how to get here. There are quite a lot of interesting designs and inventions that have been untouched for over a millennia.
Would the name Metalmancer ring any sort of bell to me?
Make a knowledge check for me. Just to see how much you know about that specific.
4.
Okay. The name Metalmancer, you recognize as a title that was kind of these... It was kind of the original, like, engineering and building. There were rumors and myths and stories about engineers and people who could work with metal so intricate that they could even make creations that were basically life forms. But the last Metalmancer died long into the past.
Okay.
I can show you how to get here, and all this you could explore on your own if you would like.
Like right now?
I mean, you'd have to find your way there, but it shouldn't be too hard for you.
Well, I think I'm busy.
So
I think
you don't want to accept this.
Well, see, we're taking a nap right now, and that's the last thing I remember because we're trying to help a friend, and I think I'm pretty busy. And I also have other things I'd like to do. We got this milk in my pack that's going sour, and I really need to find my dad. So, this sounds cool, and I'd like to see a little bit of a trinkery, but I think I'm here for something else. And it's not that.
Perhaps other things will interest you. Just so you guys are aware, when these scenes are switching, you guys are all still in talking with this man at the same time. So, like, your scenes are not cutting. You're still walking with this person. All right, Roy.
Hey.
You stand at the steps of a grand cathedral, which you know is in Amathor. And you see a man sitting on the steps, kind of looking down at you. Interesting that you were brought here, don't you think?
What?
Ah, yes. There's much confusion in you, isn't there? But I see one thing. I think I have an idea for you. Something that you have always wanted. You see... Ooh, interesting. You've been touched by her, haven't you? You know that the smiling goddess is here, right now. But what if I told you that I could help you, take her power. And then you would never have to worry about not being strong enough to protect anyone. You'd have the power of an immortal at your fingertips. I have a particular weapon that you could use if you're so inclined towards that.
Mortal sounds pretty boring.
Oh, you think being immortal sounds boring? So you don't accept this gift then?
No, I don't think I would.
Maybe something else will interest you.
What is the pawn shop?
I have other things if you'd care to walk with me.
Can I like look around? Is there like, I mean, obviously I know it's a dream, but like, is it obvious like this is a test or something?
You don't recognize the man as he walks away. The dream seems to like the area you're in seems to warp, and you can only like really make out really clearly things next to you. Like things in the distance are like almost completely readable. Like you can't see like a skyline or anything like that.
Right.
But there's no, you don't know.
Okay.
We'll get back to you. Ghost. Ghost, you are almost pulled violently into this space, this black abyss, and you feel like you're sinking and drowning in water. And as you try to swim for the shore, eventually you break the surface. But instead of being in like the middle of an ocean like you expect, you're like kneeling on a surface, not dripping wet at all. You see in front of you a figure in mostly black, and on the back of their neck you can see this black rose. What do you do?
Well, I mean,
Ma-
filled with like.
Make a perception check for me, quick.
Okay. 10.
10. You feel like someone's looking at you and watching you, and you turn around to look, but there's no one there. What do
I
you
guess
do?
I'm gonna try and sneak up on this person
Okay.
that I see with the black rose tattoo.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me.
I gotta remember my bonus. Sorry. 23 with bonus.
Okay. As you draw closer to the figure, you notice it is definitely female. You notice deep, like almost a very like dark red hair.
Okay. He's gonna pull his dagger and grab her and have his knife at her throat and go, "Who are you? Where am I?"
As you grab the figure, sorry, ugh. As you grab the figure, and you turn this figure around, in horror, you see one of your comrades, Arilea's face, looking at you in horror. So, Ghost, you're holding Arilea. She looks almost like she gives you a smirk. Like kind of this cocky, like, you gonna kill me?
No. I let her go.
Interesting choice. We'll get back to you. Eldoran,
Yes.
I'm glad you could accept my offer. So, here's an interesting thing about you. I can see it in you, even now. Your parents were quite interesting people for what they did to you. You have a scar on your soul. Do you know that? Yes. They used a blood pack on their own son. They scarred your soul and let a little bit of the darkness of the void into you. Right now it seems to be semi-maintained and controlled, but it's breaking down. And soon, maybe you might have a year before it breaks down fully. You see, your soul will begin tearing rifts in this world towards other realms. They're directed at a few specifically. I assume you can guess where they'd want to tear holes in reality so that certain beings could pass through into this world. It's been much harder since the waystones have been destroyed to travel between worlds. Terrible, aren't they?
Well, yeah. Why would... How do you know this?
I can see many things, and I hope this bit of information makes you more receptive to my other potential offers as well. Come, walk with me.
As I'm following him, do I believe him?
Make a perception check.
My perception's not good.
It's not hard.
It's not hard, but it's still a 7.
There's something off about him. He doesn't seem like a normal... He looks human, but he does not act like a normal human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he is definitely telling you the truth. He's not lying to you, but there's something strange. As you walk, you're shifting from this snowy landscape. You walk into what you now see as the streets of Kalai. And you pass by your old temple, the Den of Sparks. No one's on the streets. You know, I do have a few other potential things that you might be interested in. I know there's one in particular that she wasn't so kind to you and almost killed you. I know you're a man that seeks justice for the wicked. Would you like me to direct you on where to find her at? I believe this one Colette Bascond. I could show you where she is, and it'd be oh so easy for you to bring her to justice.
Eldor's just gonna look up the temple, maybe like run his hand across it.
It feels real, like to the point of like you're like touching it, and you're like, there's no way your mind could have recorded the details of the stone so thoroughly, but you can feel it.
One of my friends was looking for her too. When we get him back, yeah, I'd like to know.
Well, with my deal, there's only one way you can bring her to justice, you see. I would need you to remove her.
We're talking...
She needs to die if you want this information. But I will give it to you if you're willing to commit to that offer.
What Nick? So, just asking a question here. Was Nick just looking for her, right?
Yes, I believe Nick. Did you tell him the story of why you were looking for? I believe you told Eldorn the story of why you were looking for her, right?
He's referred to him as cannon fodder.
I don't think he actually said the story. I think
Okay.
he said he was looking for her.
I thought he did.
I think he told you guys why he was looking for her. It might have been a session that you weren't necessarily there, but we'll say that you do. I'm pretty sure you guys talked about it in episode 10 maybe, or one of those episodes. You know that he's not looking to kill her. He's looking to save her.
Well, let me ask you this. Is she still with the Lost Sisters?
Oh, of course. I mean, one doesn't just change in 6 months' time, do they? Oh, I mean, I guess some can. He kind of gives you a grin.
Then yes.
You want to know?
I do.
And you will accept removing her? You are making an oath with me, you realize.
Yes.
You accept?
I accept.
You see a thin green line connect to your heart. It's almost like this putrid sickness looking thing. Then the terms are set. Let me show you. And he waves his hand and shows you right now she is here, and you see she's in a tavern in what you would recognize as trade post, Plyfin trade post in Everglon. She's drinking and cheering and stuff like that. You will be constantly, you will always have a constant tug towards her position until she is eliminated. And keep in mind that I do expect her to be eliminated for this deal. Okay. Let's mix it up. Let's go back to Roy.
Pass.
Roy.
That's a pass.
You are semi-led to, are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys walk through the streets of Amathor, through the gates that circle the royal district in Amathor, which is where the where you stop at is in front of the neighborhood watches building, their main barracks. You know, I know you have been looking to gain certain someone's respect. Your father's in there, right?
Most likely.
You know, your major set you on this crazy task for no reason whatsoever other than to hopefully get you killed. But I have a certain something you could bring back to gain that oh so sweet respect. I happen to know where a lot of Houghton military secrets are kept. You could have where they station their troops, where they're planning on potentially striking, other offensive strategies and defensive strategies. I get you almost their entire military rank and order, down to the troop. And you could bring that back and come back a hero.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. But at the moment, I'm here just to help my friend Nicholas here. Trying to figure out what's going on and try to get him back. That's all I want at the moment.
So you do not accept.
If I don't, am I self to talk to you?
I have one more thing that might interest you.
Sure.
Just the last thing. You can say yes or no to that.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Ghost. So as you push this shade of Erle away, it like disintegrates into the darkness around you. Oh, you are a tough one, aren't you? You see piercing green eyes in the darkness. You see this man walk. You at what?
Oh, just replying is like, you have no idea.
You recognize these eyes. You've seen them once before. And then a brief flash of a green pulsing gemstone. Oh my, my, my. Why were you the one that had to come here, I don't particularly like dealing with those who remove bodies of mine. It's very annoying. I see that you didn't take the revenge. It's a shame. I was hoping to get you with that one. Very easy. But I can see you have a bit more will and spark to you now. Perhaps this will offer you. You'll want to take my offer for. And he kind of snaps his fingers, and in his hand you see a golden ring.
Bitch.
I know where to find the ring of the truth seeker. This is just a visual representation, shall we say. I can tell you where to get it right now. I can even give you a nice, little tug in that direction. You'll be drawn to the ring.
Why should I believe you, and why should I trust you?
I cannot break deals I make here. All you have to do is let me in a little bit. Don't you want this ring? I mean, maybe you'll find it eventually, but I could tell you where it is right now.
I think you and I both know I want more than just the ring.
Interesting. You do want it for something greater. Well, it's up to you. Do you accept or not? I have one more thing I can offer you.
What's the other thing?
I need you to accept or decline this one first before I can show you the next. Part of the rules, you see.
I believe in my own ability to find it myself.
So you do not accept.
No.
Fair enough. One final thing for you. We'll get back to you. Let's do Ellie next. Well, not one for the workshop. That is a shame. A shame. I thought that one would be one that'd get you. But, what about this? I know you have a burning question. What if I tell you why the Emerald Resistance wanted to keep you locked away?
That's an interesting one for sure. Am I morbidly curious? Yes. Do you creep me out? Yes.
I get that sometimes.
I pull out my axe and start sharpening it as I think. You know, I just don't care all that much. I could probably make that spy chick tell me.
Okay.
Eventually.
So,
or maybe even Oath, whatever his name is.
Oathbreaker. Oh, yes.
Oh, you know me, all BFFs. You look like you'd be friends.
Yes. I'm sure you would think that, wouldn't you? So no, you do not accept.
Stand up.
I think I might have the one thing that will interest you. All right, Erlea. No from breaking the oath. More honor than I thought. Interesting. Perhaps something a little more close to home, though. Something you're really interested in knowing. You want to know your family history, right? Who your parents are, where you came from, why Black Rose was interested in you. I can tell you. I have that information. I can even show you some things. It'll be quite the trip down memory lane.
You know.
No?
How do you know?
Oh, I know a great many things. See, I'm quite tapped into the world, you might say. At least, not just this one, I guess. Many. I've been around for quite some time, too, and have seen my fair share of things.
If my grandmother wouldn't tell me, I don't want to hear it from you.
Perhaps the last one will interest you. Okay. Who do I want to do first? Let's go back to Roy first. You know, I could clear up a few questions for you. You have this blockage in your mind, this connection to the smiling goddess. Your brother. I can clear up a few of those, areas if you'd like.
Oh, just out of the kindness of your heart.
I mean, you'd have to accept my deal. Trade a piece for it. It's not that big of a deal, though. Right?
What piece would you need?
Oh, I just want to make sure that part of me stays where it's at. That's all you have to do. And you get the information.
And what information would you have?
I can tell you why that night is so confusing. And why your brother is the way that he... Well, it's up to you, though. You don't have to accept.
The thing is, Gandalf, I found a new family. And
That?
I particularly don't need to remember my old one.
That is a shame. You see his head kind of turn towards you, and you see these green glowing eyes.
I summon the spear. If I can.
Yeah, it pops
Okay.
into your hand. Perhaps another time we can play. I don't particularly want to deal with that weapon.
Another play date. Set the time.
Oh, I'll be sure to find you. Don't you worry. I have quite the desire to make sure our paths cross again. All of you. And it'll be a good time. You're
Take a
shifted.
swipe at him.
As you swipe, his form fades, and you're faded back to this black void. We'll get back to you. All right. Let's go to Ellie. The last thing. This thing I think you will want to accept. You see, I can tell you where your dad is. I know where they moved his body to. And I can tell you right now.
I'm stood up at this point.
He's still looking down at you.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's still looking down at you, technically.
I hit him with the where the blade's at, but how it's kind of like at the butt end of the blade.
Mm-hmm.
I smack it right in the middle of his chest, and I go,
And it doesn't even hit connects with the solid object, but it feels like you're hitting a brick wall. He looks amused.
"Okay, weirdo. And why would you tell me that? I don't know who you are. I'm dreaming, apparently."
Yes, well, many things can be discovered in dreams. I promise the information is quite accurate.
Well, I already know where he's at.
So you think. So
I don't like
you do not accept is what you're saying.
I don't want to take information from people I don't like. And you seem condescending and rude, and I don't know even why you're here.
Condescend.
You can't even talk right.
It comes with many years of being wandering the worlds.
Well, I'll go back to wandering, and I turn around and walk away. I don't know where I'm walking to.
I'm lost. The exit.
Okay. Let's go to Eldoran next. All right. I think this last one will interest you the most. And he takes you to a very familiar house. I can make sure that the bonds between you are healed again. I think it's about time you returned home to your children, don't you think? Don't you miss them? Don't you miss Pavis? You're muted.
Am I?
Oh, you were like saying something and then it wasn't doing anything.
Oh. He said with every fiber of my being.
I can get you back there. I can re-knit those bonds that were broken between you two, and I think I can even make sure that you can keep on your path as the way you are. You don't need to change. He needs to change.
You're hype, man.
I have something I need to do first.
Oh?
I need to find why Shavara sent me on this path first.
Well, here's the thing. You'll be able to continue doing that. You just won't have to worry about wondering if you can ever come home. You'll be able to send them letters of where you're at and stop by your house and spend time with your family. You can even show your family your new friends.
And we'll give you a new car. That's what it feels like.
It feels like it. And what do you want in return for all this?
I just want to make sure that my presence goes undisturbed. You've already made it much easier for me. 2 accepted already. A 3rd would be fine as well, right? Why would 1 more make a difference?
Yes.
You accept?
I accept.
Good. You feel this touch in your soul. Almost this like vileness touch you. And you feel a severing. Where once there was this connection, you feel a little bit of emptiness that's refilled with something a little different. We'll get back to you.
I don't like that.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Just sold my soul to the devil. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's save. Ooh, no. I was like, who do I save for last? No, we'll save Ghost for last. Aralea. All right. I have one that I think you'll want to accept. How would you like to have your partner back, untouched by the goddess of murder? She won't, unfortunately, won't be able to look the same. That body has decayed. But I do have access to build her a new one. And
Build there.
And conveniently, her soul is still attached to your body. So together, we could bring her back to life.
Some necromancer bullshit.
Well, it's a little different. See, if I was a necromancer, sometimes most of the time, they don't return the soul to the body. They raise the dead, but usually without the soul so that they can control it. This would be different. Her soul, a new body, should be as good as new. And I can remove that awful little compulsion that was put on her by Momus.
The way Gavin is smiling. Oh my god, you're psycho.
Hey.
Fucking disgusting. It's like he's looking at a piece of cake.
He's like, yes, do it. Do it.
Eat that cake.
Fuck.
Go all in. All in.
I mean, what do you really owe these people anyway? You don't know them. You don't know this Nick that well. You've spent, what, a couple weeks with him? What's that to you when you can have someone back that knows who you are?
Reach.
I can't.
Really? Refusing this? Oh. More honor amongst you than I thought. You know, it's gonna be fun to break the one that I got my hands on.
Oh god.
You're shoved into this void of blackness.
Hey!
Ghost. You are underneath a bed. You look and you see your mom's face as she pushes you back there. Just stay here, be quiet. And she comes back out. You watch as boots come into the room and they kill her and her blood starts to spill on the floor and they kill your father. And you peek out just enough to see the face of the man who killed your parents. And then the scene resets. And it starts again. And again. And again. And you feel like you're 10 again. I can show you where he's at. You want to kill him, don't you? Don't you want his blood on your blade? Make a perception check for me. What is it?
Nat 1.
Wouldn't it be so easy to just find him now and remove him? I can even help you do it. I can get you into where he's at. A invitation with your name on it. You hear a faint voice in the back. And you look forward. And there's no one there. But you notice one thing you didn't notice before. And it's your father's eyes. You always saw them as these like glassy, lifeless things, but there is a fire and defiance even as they're dying. Hold on, I gotta check this. Nice. I think I might leave you here for a little bit to reminisce a little bit more. And what you are in this, what feels like an hour, 2, you're not sure how long you've been there. It feels like it's been forever, and you've been watching the same scene over and over when the man finally returns. I can't say that I don't enjoy seeing you suffer like this.
You are a sick, twisted son of a bitch.
It happens with time, you know, especially when people start ruining your plans. You hear, before you say anything, you hear a voice in the background. It's very faint at first, but then you feel this light start to emanate in this room. You will not touch my son. A hand grabs you, like the cloth of your back, and pulls you out from under this bed, and you are almost like ripped, and it feels like you're ripping through like a glass wall, and you're pulled into this bright light. A man stands over you, and you recognize him. You haven't seen his face for, what is it now, 15 years? But you would never forget that face. Hello, my boy.
I can't believe it's you.
You were lucky enough to have a patron that sent me your way.
But you're dead. You've been dead.
Yes, I'm still unfortunately dead, but the darkness you've been carrying around brought me here, and I didn't want to watch you suffer anymore. There's a certain goddess who has a particular interest in you, and she was kind enough to send me over this way. It was a bit of an unfair advantage, don't you say? One man being able to twist the environment to whatever he wants. I think that we needed much more of a fair fight.
I agree. Who is this that sent you?
Oh, Kita. Goddess of truth and justice. She's had an eye on you for a while, but, I mean, she had an eye on me for a while, too. Shall we, I guess there's nowhere to sit, but we could... How about the arena? We sit there, and you're shifted to the arena in Kalai. And you're just sitting in... The stadium is completely empty, but please sit with me for a little bit. I have some time. We can talk and chat.
All right.
I'm sorry, your life hasn't gone the way that I'm sure you hoped.
It's not your fault.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. But, part of it is definitely my fault. I mean, I'm the one who got us targeted.
What do you mean you got us targeted?
Shadows like to strike out at the light, my boy. Especially when that light is working to directly bring them down. You still don't know, do you? You were never told?
No.
I thought Diana would have at least told you.
She never said anything.
Gotta bring this up. Bringing up one last thing. I think this is the one. Or did I put it in? I put this like note in a different document.
No problem.
Boop boop. It's in development.
How's everyone's campaign going?
All right, I got it. I was the heir Vashir of the Brathlin Bureau of Corruption. I think one of your friends belongs to it now, the Neighborhood Watch. Heir Vashir means leader. Actually, I think it directly translates into High General.
Interesting.
I took the post after I left the Dragon's Guard, personally appointed to the position by the monarch himself. I'm surprised Diana never mentioned that to you. I figured that she would have directed you there instead of taking you to where she did, but, you know, your skill set as it is can be useful.
She saw me as a warrior and wanted to train me as one.
Oh, yes. I mean, it might be the best spot for you. Sometimes knowing a little bit of the ways of the shadow is preferable to being exposed like I was.
Sorry, just a lot to take in.
You know, the king gave me that sword himself.
Interesting. What does the hilt mean?
That's the royal symbol, my boy.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
The blade is supposed to have properties I never managed to unlock, but over time, I think you might find that there are a few special secrets hidden in there for you.
All right. You know, it's strange after all this time if there have been so many questions and not just a single one can arrive to me at this point.
I mean, we have some time if you want to ask some.
But I guess the way that everything went down, just why?
I was drawing close to a specific secret of Black Rose. And specifically, I was almost on the verge of discovering where Lupe was hiding. I was almost able to bring down the entire organization, cutting off the head of the snake. But unfortunately, things didn't happen the way it should. They got to me first, and you unfortunately had to be a casualty of that.
I'm lucky I survived.
Perhaps, but it hurt you. And, you know, I wish I could have done more to make sure it didn't. You've got some good friends, though, now. I see.
Yeah, I suppose they're all right.
You know, my boy, he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder. There's nothing wrong with letting people in. Every commander needs a good team.
The only problem is every time I've let someone in, they've gotten hurt.
Yes, I've watched. You can't let that affect you. I know you'll be able to find Sophitia. You've got some powerful allies in the background helping you. And you've got new friends. There's no reason to let the darkness cloud you.
I suppose you're right.
He kind of like wraps his arm around you and like pulls you in for like a half hug.
All right.
Just one step at a time. All right?
Okay.
Just know, I'm always watching over you. And hopefully soon you'll be more connected with your other benefactor. She's very much hoping that you find this ring.
Yeah. It's very important. Hopefully that's the next thing we do.
Well, I'm sure that if you make it of importance, your new friends will be sure to help you out. Right?
I think so.
Work on smiling a little bit more, too. I can't have you walking around with a frown on your face all the time. It'd shame my bloodline.
Good thing no one can see it, right?
I guess that's fair. He kind of stands up, offers you a hand. Be careful of this entity. It seems to have a certain connection with your group. And it isn't particularly pleasant.
I've noticed. How strong is this thing?
Stronger than anything I've ever felt. Immortal in some capacity, but it's twisted and darkened. It's like it's manipulated the laws of life for its own benefit. There's something twisted about it, and it's definitely looking to corrupt others as well.
Its offers were enticing.
That's how these things get attached to your soul.
So, I guess, what would happen if somebody did accept its offers?
Well, I think most of these offers in particular were to keep its corruption in the present location. It wants to hold on to its stronghold. But
I see.
potentially it could grow attached to a person. It won't break them in, anytime quickly, but it could potentially alter decisions. You might find the person making decisions they wouldn't normally choose. But there are ways to go about separating. They're just not easy.
Good to know. I don't think anyone here would accept any of those offers that they would be given. But
Well, I have strong faith in you and your comrades. All right. Unfortunately, it seems like our time is up, and I'm going to have to return back.
all right. Well, it was good seeing you.
It was good to see you too.
And then Ghost is gonna run up to him and hug him one last time.
As you hug him, he hugs you back, and you just feel like the slow warmth just vanish. You all wake up in the grove. The blackness that was touching these trees, you look, it's almost completely gone. One of you is not awake, though. Eldoran lays there, this black fungus almost like twisting around his body.
Oh, cute.
It's not like, it's like almost trying to like encroach into him, but it's not quite. What do you guys want to do?
Hex it. Burn it.
Burn it.
I pour chocolate milk on him.
Oh my gosh.
Eldoran, you wake up
Oh.
with chocolate milk all over you. And as you break, you like wake up, you kind of break. It's almost like this fungal cocoon that was around you, and it shatters. And you see the tree pulse with like this light, and it shoots out and kind of breaks up this darkness. The tr-
Eldoran, you're disgusting.
Chocolate milk didn't help.
the trees around you that were once dying and looked like they were just like slumping over have already started to brown and like come back to life. And you can already start to see on the closest trees light patches of leaves start to form. Grass has now grown in this opening clearing, green, lush, fresh. And the putrid water that was once tainted is now almost crystal clear. Even the tree man, whose name I do have,
You didn't ask him for
you
it.
sure didn't.
Oh my god, we didn't.
The black bark that was on him has started to drift away. There are still little patches of the fungus, but it
He's
is
super hot now.
is not. He is still a tree man.
How's the baby? The tree baby.
It's grown to a very small sapling, and it's almost got this like it's almost got this luminescent glow to it in the center, almost like this tree is made of like, there's still like bark, but there's almost like in the core you can almost like see this like appearance of like a galaxy. Did you hit that?
It was subtle.
And it is blooming these leaves that are white and almost like glowing. It definitely has this power to it.
What?
It's rude to assume that the tree man is pregnant with a baby.
He called it the baby.
Yeah, he did. The baby was happening. What's the tree man's name? We didn't get that.
Could ask him.
What's your name, sir?
You look up at his face as you ask that question, and you can't call them tears because it's not water. It's like sap that's like pouring from his eyes.
Pancakes.
You've done it. I am Melinfir. You want me to spell that for you?
Yes, please.
I got Melinfir.
That's what I
It's Melinfir.
Close enough.
Guardian of the Grove of Shalon and Nash. The grove is still weak and can be potentially corrupted in the future, but I have certain protections that we can place around it. But you have earned your reward.
Let's give Nick a bath.
Woo! Bathe that bitch.
You know what, guys? I think we should just let him be.
Maybe we should just drink the water.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
He's in a better place.
I think so too. I don't think he wants to come back. Let's read his journal and diary.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we do it now.
Okay, so you guys move Nick to the water, and you see it's almost like the roots of the tree pulse with light into this pool, and you see like it goes from clear to like this almost like golden ripple that goes through it, and it starts to soak in to Nick's body, significantly reducing the water level.
Ugh.
It'll rain someday.
Okay, like
I gotta do some counting quick.
Ellie, is this a song from your species? Your race?
Song of her people.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, Adrian, would you like to pop your camera back on for us?
It's the circle of
He's not.
Yeah, there we go.
He's not awake yet.
Oh.
Oh, we still have moments to like.
Which
Does
one of
he
us
have-
is strong enough to hold him up by his like armpits?
Probably only Ellie.
His legs are like sitting on the floor. Okay.
6 foot.
Okay. Nick.
Did you go draw that?
Oh god.
Nick. You are
Better to
sitting
die.
on a hill of green grass overlooking a town. You recognize this town as Newfield. You watch as the town grows and prospers and it bustles with people. And then eventually a plague hits and many of the people die. And it's rebuilt. And you see the people return. And then slavers come. And they take the people. And once again, you see the town rebuilt and restored. And then it's attacked by the Feral Enclave and burned to the ground again. This is all happening what you sense is a long duration of time. But you're just watching it as if it's just scene by scene by scene. You feel a presence next to you as you look up. A man in simple monk robes, eyes blazing gold, bald head, stares down at the village, and you recognize this man as Yangchi Qin. It's hard to watch, isn't it?
Why did you leave?
I cannot stay in one location for long. I am attract unwanted attention.
Why me?
I saw a spark that wanted to protect life and was willing to walk the paths. I've trained many in my time, more than I care to count, but I saw strength and determination. And it's very hard for me to protect all life by myself.
There was somebody who was better than me.
Who was
but
that?
You couldn't. Warren.
Do you see that town, the one you're from, as it goes through cycles of violence and destruction, death, rebirth? You cannot save everyone. My hands are only so much. Do you blame me? He looks down at you.
No. I blame myself more than anyone else.
With that thinking, you will drive yourself insane. You cannot protect them all, Nick. You have to pick and choose. Sometimes one life is more important than another.
How can you choose? Every life is precious.
I choose for who will turn back the tides of chaos and destruction. I was made to serve life and mortals, and I look for others who can do the same. I choose who will best serve that purpose. If I were to try to save every single person, even let's just say your one village, there's what? A few hundred? 1,000? But what about all the other villages? What about all the other towns? What about all the other worlds? I have a duty to them all, not just to one town or one people. So I left who I thought could protect them best behind.
Are you saying it's best to leave the Biscons where they are?
I think you can find them. I truly do. But you will have to confront some difficult truths with them. And I'm sorry, but you will have to accept them. And they might break you. But I think you're stronger than that.
Will I ever see you again?
Hopefully. Someday. There is great evil that is touching Veshtir. I'm doing what I can to stem the tides for as long as I can, but no pieces of them are breaking through. Maybe out someday you'll be able to join me, and we'll be able to fight side by side against some of these greater powers, but for right now, that's not the case.
You're saying I could become immortal.
Oh, no. Not a single soul has been raised to the Pantheon for... I think before the war was the last time anyone was raised. And was never immortal. I was created for this purpose.
What should I do now?
Well, the choice is up to you. He kind of looks behind you guys. There is a doorway of light that starts to appear. It seems that some are trying to draw you back. But ultimately, the choice is yours. You can also move on. Leave the burden to someone else. You've served well.
I can't rest easy until I get the Tabiscons back. I have to do that for Robert, for everything he did for me. So I'll go back.
Oh, I hope that you are a pebble that can create a massive wave. You step through the doorway of light. Nick's eyes begin to open up.
Sleep well.
Nick, your body is racked with pain.
Everything hurts.
Been about 10 years.
But you're not dying.
You've missed so much, Nicholas.
What?
But the gang's all here, except for
God.
Eldorn. He died in a crack whorehouse a couple months back.
Oh god, now I know I'm actually alive.
Ellie went through puberty, see? And I went to the tree. You missed a lot in the past 10 years, buddy.
I cast Men Flesh just to help.
The men flesh.
Or heal wound.
We read your whole
Give me a sec.
Okay.
Wait, what? What about
No.
What about my journal?
Okay. Sure, fine. Let's find out.
It caught fire.
High or low, Eldoran?
Low.
Now you gotta make me do a perception check.
The men flesh goes, and Nick, your muscles start to repair internally, and you feel less strain and pressure on your body. You can definitely walk. You're just like, it feels like you've basically been like, you've had like a really good workout, you know, and your muscles are just so sore, but it's like every single one of your muscles, and that soreness is slightly reduced.
Yeah, death is a sick ass workout, bro. I really get some triceps and their quadriceps really toned and defined.
Polygons.
Perception check to tell if Ellie's lying about reading the journal.
Okay.
I'm lying.
Oh, she's so lying.
It was cold one night. We had to use it to start a fire.
Oh my god.
Well, what happened? I remember waking up in the middle of the night and then a whole bunch of explosions. And
Yeah, so you died after this weirdo dude came to kill us, and then Zink died in a horrible fire, and then we were like, we have to bring you back.
Zink died?
Zink died? Yes, it was very sad. And then we had to bring you back. I got Chocolate Mo, bonus. Then we figured out the only way to bring you back was through Eldoran's tree magic, and we came here with a seed that we got from that party, gave it to Treebeard here. We went on a magical journey.
Holy shit, there's a tree man!
Hello.
Hello!
I am Melinfir, guardian of the grove.
Melinfir. Hold on, session 12.
This is session 13.
Melons.
13, holy shit!
Oh, you guys still label them?
Yeah, you can mislabel.
I don't.
I have session PTSD, session what the fuck.
Do you
This one-
really?
Yeah, this one's session Grove. So this one isn't as intense.
Oh my
Where are we?
This is the Blighted Grove.
Oh,
We
it's
Well, not anymore.
I'd prefer you
Well,
call it
not
the
anymore.
Grove of Shalon and Nash.
Oh, yeah. Proper terms.
Ghost, I see, hasn't got
Well,
any
we all went on a trip, yo, to bring you back. There's a creepo dude in my dream.
Okay.
I thought someone else was gonna
Awkward silence.
Oh my god.
We'll bring it back.
Ellie drowns herself in the pool of water.
In the pool of life. Good luck.
It's more like a
He's getting brought back.
it's more of a puddle now than anything.
Damn it, you saw the water.
So you're gonna drown yourself in 2 inches of water.
You knew it.
Oh my god.
But you all brought me back. Why?
I needed a favor.
We all
I
love
own
you.
you now.
Oh.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well,
You want to die? We can kill you. You want to go back?
it's I chose to come back. That's okay.
Ah, just messing with you. I punch him right in whatever looks like it would hurt the most.
I mean,
He's hurting.
yeah, it's a little sore.
When did you get strong? You're skinny.
Get him.
I stab him.
Well, I guess I owe you all my life. I intend to renew the favor.
I mean, it wasn't really that big
I'm
of a
writing this
deal.
down.
Like I said, we just slept and then came back to life.
Yeah, earlier I really missed you for some reason.
Wait.
Yeah, she stole your sash. Look at it. She makes it look pretty good though.
She finished your journal.
Keep the sash. It looks better on you. Anyway. Oh,
We didn't read your journal. We didn't want to disrespect your stuff, and we knew we were gonna bring you back. So.
And we forgot about it.
Oh, it's back at the end.
Can confirm they didn't know they were going to bring him back.
Okay,
I actually
yeah.
have rules for this.
But we knew we were gonna bring you back.
Yeah.
well,
Everybody gets one.
Ghost tried to stop it.
Do I hear one of the
You're
gods ring out and thunder?
Yeah, I was about to
You
say,
only
what
get
the fuck? There's only one.
Ghost, you're muted. I think. Or
No.
you've not been talking.
Nope, he just hasn't
Just haven't
said
been
anything.
talking. Just sweet.
Um,
Well, it's good to have you back, Nick.
thanks. Well, what time is it? Is it?
It's pretty late. But Melinfir kind of stands over. I can get you back to town much safer and quicker than you got here.
I'd like to avoid the zombies, yeah.
But I
Can
have
we ride on your back?
no.
You fly.
Also no. I can send you through the trees of the forest back to town. But I do have one thing to tell you all. I will be shutting off the boundaries to the grove and protecting it from such corruption again until it returns to full strength. There are 4 more groves on Veshtir.
Namely, where?
Sorry, I'm getting up the map. Or my stuff. Sorry, I gotta look for it specifically. I believe one is on the island you call Farsh Isle. It is to the north of, basically dead north of here. It's on an island off the continent. I believe one of the 5 is there. There's also one in the Force of Dreams, which is in Breveus. And I believe one in Everglon on this continent. And the last one is in Alisor, which is the island continent to the south, I guess southwest. No, southwest. I would recommend you potentially check on these as well. They could be suffering similar issues or attack. Especially you, and he looks down at you, Eldoran. If you want to serve the Grove Tender, you should make a pilgrimage to all of these.
I will.
Only had the one seed.
Good point.
Not all the groves are going to be corrupted to the point of this one, but you never know who's trying to harm them. Or the knowledge you can gain from them, and wisdom. Any true follower of Shavara should definitely visit them to understand her.
Is there like a number we can reach you at? Or if we wanted to get in touch in the future?
At a post office around here.
Send a crow.
If you wish to talk to me again, you may return, but I don't promise the borders will be open.
Oh, we don't get a free pass after.
I have to take down the defenses to let anyone in. You are, of course, welcome to stay here if you would like, but I will be shutting the way after I send you on your way.
The way is shut. Okay. What if Gondor calls for aid? Can you help us? If we should need you in the future, Melinfir.
Like the beacons.
Only if the beacons are lit.
If I am needed for any
Just
of the
on
great
fire.
events, simply ask Shavara and she can send for me.
Cool. Eldoran, you got that? You jotted that down?
Yeah.
Can I insight check Eldoran through this whole thing of like Shavara? How's he feeling?
Sure, make a
Does he
perception
want to
check.
actually visit the other groves? That's a 15.
Okay. Eldoran, you want to
Uh,
make a speech check for me?
Okay. I didn't realize Eldoran might be facetious. Nat 20.
You
Oh,
motherfucker.
I don't. What information would you like to give him, Eldoran?
He seems like everything's fine.
Guess bullshit. Alright.
Okay, actually, he seems like he wants to continue his journey. There we go.
Wow.
Absolutely nothing.
This
Yeah.
guy is Shavara.
Before you shut down the forest, all this news is jarring, to say the least. But hearing about Zink's death, how was Twiddlewink? I asked the group.
Not good. but we had to go.
There's
But
there
we'll
is
see him again.
there is another of Zink's kind in the forest. Female named Bulla. Is she still around?
I don't think they knew each other.
He
All
like
of them know each
touches.
other.
He like reaches his hand into the dirt, and like his fingers kind of like sink their way into the dirt, and his eyes close. Yes, I see a female ogress at a cave.
Just
I
on
believe her
on the edge of the forest.
on the edge
right?
of the forest, correct. I believe her specific race is Glorkin.
Glorkin.
Yes, and he pulls his hand. Originally from what realm of existence? Water? What is... I actually have to look that up because I don't remember what it's called.
I stare at the tree. My mouth is like, "Ugh."
I'm like, ugh.
You could just do that? You could just twiddle in the dirt and find where anybody is?
I can see anyone that's in the forest, yes.
I look over at Ghost. I look at the tree. I look over at Ghost. I look over at the tree. I do it about 10 more times.
I highly doubt she's actually in the forest.
Who? The realm of water is called Galazale.
Okay.
You find undead people as well. I look at Ellie. I look at the tree. I look at Ellie.
It depends, I guess. Are they in the forest?
I look at Ellie.
I don't know. We have some missing persons. Could you take a peek-see for us?
Sure.
Peaksy.
Who would you like Melinfir to look for?
We'll do an
And you
artist
look-
rendition of them.
Can you look for Mr. Toak, please? Noak. I don't even know my last
Oh.
name.
He reaches his hand into the dirt. Doesn't see anything. I mean, I'm assuming you describe your dad.
Yeah.
He's tall.
Question for you. Is your
Yeah.
father, you said undead.
Well, dead. Not undead. At least I hope not. That would be.
It's much harder for me to locate specific bodies, but I don't sense that body here. I do have blind spots. There are a few structures in the forest, but
Okay.
places where the trees don't reach.
Like, just outside the forest, you mean?
Anywhere outside the forest, anywhere in the forest that plants aren't.
Sure.
So basically anything that the trees are connected to, he can see.
Gotcha. Okay. It was a good try. Good try.
Well,
High five.
High limb.
Anyone else?
Nope. I know where my peoples are.
I look at Ghost. I look at the tree. I look at Ghost.
Well, I hate to kind of move things along here, but you do bring up a good point in your own way. I do have a favor to ask all of you. There is someone that we can still save, that is still alive at this very moment. I know you all have your own quest that you want to do right now. But we need to save someone who is still very much alive. Her name is Sophitia. She's being held by a group of people, and they are wanting an exchange, which is a ring of the Truth Seeker. I don't know where this item is at, But we need to focus our energy on trying to find that and saving her while we can.
Was this talked about when the primordial was at the mansion?
Privately, I don't know that you.
Yeah, I don't
were
think it's
part of that
publicly. I don't think it's publicly
Yeah.
been talked about.
No.
Does Eldor know anything about that ring, or has he heard anything about it?
Make a religion check.
Do you have any leads on
13.
what's needed?
That's
Roll
plus.
four.
That's plus your. Oh, okay. Due to your backstory, the Ring of the Truth Seeker is a mythical artifact of Kita. It is one of her, like, artifacts, blessed to her people. You have no idea where it's at. You think it's a myth.
Kita. Did you share that with the class?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Ghost, do you have any leads on where to look? Who might know?
I don't, unfortunately. It was offered to me when we were rescuing you, but I turned it down.
Offered? Who offered you it?
A very mysterious creature that I didn't quite trust.
I met a slimy person too, who I didn't trust.
Got offered immortality.
What the fuck?
He offered you immortality.
You didn't take it?
Sounds boring.
I don't think being immortal sounds all that fun.
Agreed.
Imagine all the cookies.
Or the chocolate milk.
Alright, I'm going back for it.
Ghost?
Going back.
I was going to say, you have something to finish up.
But unfortunately, I don't know where to look. Worst case scenario, I do know who are holding her. I don't know where they're at, but I don't know if any of you happen to know who the servants of Sassaroth are.
None of you have any fucking clue.
Very bad people.
Sounds about right.
You do have
idea.
you do have a lead though that I gave to you pre-campaign, which is that the Spires of Power, which is the mage's school in Houghton, has a library. And you'd likely think that any of the major schools would likely have a library which would have a plethora of information for you. That would be your best bet on finding further information about it.
Then I will share that information. Thank you.
We-
Sorry about that.
To the library!
We have to read.
That's in Black Ash, right?
The Spires of Power are in Black Ash, correct.
Okay.
There's also the Spires of Insight in Amathor. There's 5. There's one in each of the capitals. The Spires of
I
Power
get-
and the Spires of Insight are the 2 biggest. Done. Okay.
As long
Nick?
as we stay away from Brathlin.
How close can you get us to Black Ash then?
Oh.
You get us into the library,
Ooh.
No.
holding the proper.
Art
book with
books made of trees. Come on.
you. Ooh,
He like
tough subject.
begins to sense. You see, like if give me a little bit, and I will see how close I can get you. And he seems to go over and kind of like his roots start to sink, and he kind of starts to sink into the earth completely. And it almost looks like he's kind of gone into like there's a little bit of his upper body and head is above ground, but everything else is below. And it seems like he's meditating.
Aralea, Roy, Ellie.
You
We
stink.
kind of we met Bula. We met Bula along the way, finding Ghost and Eldorin. But if I remember right, she also lost loved ones.
Lost her son.
I think plural. Sons.
Yeah, it's 2 kids.
If I'm not sure, but she also wanted to learn to read and write, I think, comprehend the language. I think Twiddlewink could use some company, and they might be able to be good for each other in comfort. But
That'd be cool if that happened.
It would be.
I
I
think
know
it's
what-
worth a shot.
I know we're in a rush to get to Black Ash, but I think we can do the same going on the main roads from Kalmia. So I can at least say goodbye to Twiddlewink myself and talk to them a little bit more.
Well, I mean, like, we haven't severed ties at all. We're still
No, of course not.
sponsored by him and
Yeah,
whatnot.
but I get Ghost. That's up to you, or depending on how close Melinfir can get us to Black Ash. I won't interrupt Melinfir while he's focusing, but maybe he can send a message to Bula for us as well.
It's a good idea. Yeah, I guess we could see what he could do, because if he could take us pretty close without having us to walk, that would definitely be the way to go.
It would be,
There's nothing saying we're not coming back either.
of course, but I would prefer to get Twiddlewink with some much needed help. I know what it feels to lose people, and as you all do now as well. I died.
Yeah, good old times.
Oh my god.
You could also
Damn it.
you can also always send Twiddlewink a letter because
That's what I just said.
Yes. Depending on that can be fine too.
How about you a new zinc?
The main reason being if Bula gets locked in the forest before we can get a letter to him.
the forest will not lock, just the grove.
Okay, so it's not a full.
Yeah.
The entire
that's
forest is
good.
blocked off. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
No.
Good to know. Okay, then we can send him a message.
Is it like a things can get out but just can't get back in sort of thing, or like nobody's going anywhere?
No one will be able to enter or leave the grove once it's sealed.
Yeah. No way out. No way in. No
Yep.
way.
Well, no one without tremendous power will be able to get in or out, I should say. So unless you guys can figure out the way to break a primordial seal,
Maybe later.
ancient magics, whatever.
That's next on my list of things to learn.
So it'll take him a couple hours. He will be able to get you guys close to Black Ash if you want, within probably a day's hike of the city. So it's up to you where you guys want to be planted at.
I see what you did there. Plan tricks. Well, I think we should
Awful.
leave and
Yeah.
go plant ourselves
Pick a
accordingly.
tree and get out of here.
I think we
Melinfir.
should uproot ourselves from this location.
Can we stop with the puns?
Sorry, it was my fault.
Can you send a message to the person or Bula by any chance?
I can, but not that she will necessarily understand. But I can send something simple to her. May I suggest someone is coming to visit you?
Yeah, that would be good. And he'll say he's also looking for a friend.
All right, I will send that out to her after I deliver you guys to where you're going. So,
Wonderful.
where is it you want me to send you all?
To Black Ash.
Let's trip
Black
for
Ash?
it.
Black Ash.
Okay.
Blackish!
It'll take him a little bit of time to draw the power and cast a spell, so if anyone wants to do one-on-one conversations, now is your time.
Oh, it's like Super Saiyan, so he's got to build. Okay.
Yeah, he's got to build for a few episodes.
5 episodes later.
He's got to be screaming the whole time.
Oh gosh. So many.
I prefer that only every person gets, if people want to do it, no more than one per person. For right now. You guys can have more conversations.
Our fathers never played with us.
First come, first serve.
Crickets.
Eldorn's gonna go meditate by the sapling.
Okay.
Try to hit Eldorn with the apple.
Okay. There are no apples.
I throw my spirit.
I'll sit next to Aurelia.
Oh my. Hello.
Hello, it's me again. I had an interesting encounter in my lovely dream. It wasn't so lovely. Did you have a lovely dream as well?
I wouldn't put it that way.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
I was offered many things, but
I think, yeah, as was I.
they all sounded far too good to be true.
See, that's what I thought. I thought we were getting tricked into something, and only a fool would fall for such a thing.
I've been laughing my ass off behind camera this entire time.
Yeah, that's the best part is just hearing Adrian go from the other room.
Oh man. But one of the things that it's offered, and I feel like we've talked about it before, but I mean, I know you're from Black Rose and you haven't spent much time in the Emerald Resistance, or you haven't even really been there, correct?
Couple months.
I was there once to meet with Oathbreaker.
You were there for a couple months.
So you didn't learn any reason as to why you were following me. It was just something you were told to do, correct?
I was just told, and it seemed like a situation where questions were not on the table. It was
Right.
You either do it or you're dead.
Big scary dude. Yeah. I got you.
You've seen Oathbreaker. He doesn't.
I've seen
really
Oathbreaker.
Doesn't really seem like the guy to want to be questioned.
Yeah, I think it's a front. But he's an old softy deep down. But probably not. But
I guess you guys want to find out?
if he could, next time he chooses to bless you with his presence, can you let me know he's around? I don't know how you could let me know. Send me a sign. Tell him, oh, wait here. I'm going to get you a glass of water, and then, I arrive, but I need to talk. He's kind of hard to reach.
I mean, just keep doing what we're doing, I guess. We don't really leave each other.
That's true.
Except to pee.
And that's only sometimes.
Jesus.
Well, I'm sorry you're cursed to follow me. I wouldn't like it either.
Well, that was the first thing that I was offered. And I didn't even deny it because I thought it was too good to be true.
Well, I guess we learned about taking deals, eh?
It was a compliment.
Oh.
I don't know what that does.
She's
Right over my head.
I figured that out.
I would like to pull Ghost aside.
Let's do it.
I want to help as much as I can in this process, and especially to help somebody in need. I might know of a way to get what you need.
Okay.
It's a very, very dangerous, very risky, something that you could very possibly lose your life for.
It's worth it.
Bailu City. Across the continent.
Bailu City.
You know that. It's very familiar, Ghost.
I do know of Bailu City.
Might be exactly where you came from.
You remember the I can't remember what one of the sister that came to the mansion on the lost episode.
I believe it's Valerie, but let me double check. There it is. Yes, Valerie is her name.
Valerie said that she had sisters. I know one of them. I hold out my journal and open to the golden page. Shining a little bit. I know how to get to her.
Ghost, it looks like a normal page to you.
Okay, hold on. The first episode, the first session that we had, you said that people could see a golden page.
You'll have to quote me on that. I'll have to find that.
I'm almost positive that this exact thing happened before, where it looks really cool to you, and it looks like nothing.
I know.
Touched it.
I know that
remember
happened I know that happened on episode 10, but I'm pretty sure at the very beginning. Anyway,
Pretty sure no one talked about it in episode 1 or 2.
okay.
So
So when did you get your book back? I'm still drawing dicks in it.
I think I have all my stuff, and that would definitely be the first thing I'm looking for. Anyway,
You see a big dick on that golden page.
actually, if you had tried to write on it, the ink does not set on that page though.
Damn it.
Boo.
No fun.
No, yeah, that's all that say.
Yeah, there's no fun.
if we travel to Bailu City, I can get you to where she is, where her home is. But be warned, from what it sounded like, it's very similar to the encounter that you just had with this creature. She can provide promises, but she's one of the sisters, so I guess she could be a tiny bit more trusted, but still very dangerous. And I would very much hope that the research that we do in Black Ash, that'll get us the results that we need. That's more of a worst case scenario, but it's doable.
That's good to know. Hopefully we do find the answers that we need, but knowing that there's another route that we can take, that is also good to know, so thank you for that.
Of course. I guess that's one good thing that came out of me being resurrected. I died.
Yeah.
I
You're
wasn't
back
there.
now. And by the way, I touched Nick on the shoulder. Just call me Leon from now on. I'm tired of pretending someone I'm not.
Leon. Nick Warrenborn. But I do have another last name. It's just one I don't really care about anymore.
Fair enough.
So I think that's a good spot. You guys wait as Melinfir finishes a direct portal, and as you all walk through, taking one last look at the grove, you arrive, and you can see in the distance, sitting on a peninsula, the walls of Black Ash. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Hey! Good session. Yeah.
How's it feel to be back to hell?
Back to hell.
You got out.
Yes.
I actually had no idea if you were gonna pick to stay or not. So
Stay in the forest.
no, whether or not you were, like Nick was going to
Oh.
return or not. I left the choice to you for a reason.
Yeah, he has unfinished business, and he would definitely go back if he could.
Also, fuck you if you would have chosen otherwise. We spent a whole 2 sessions.
Just gonna say I have a really good character lined up just in case, you know.
Oh,
All right,
I
Gavin.
killed Nicholas
You know
right
what to
now.
do then.
All right, kill
Yeah,
off some more
you do.
characters. All right, guys, this is gonna be it for us. We'll be back with episode 14 soon. See ya.
Wow!
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And our core rulebook is free to download at www.realmsasunder.com. All the links are in the description below. Thanks for watching.